This happened just a few months ago, and I'm still stunned that one woman's obsession with control nearly cost me my health. I, 36M, have a serious autoimmune condition that sometimes flares up so badly, I can't safely leave the house. When it's at its worst, I require at-home infusions and daily visits from a registered nurse. It's covered by insurance and arranged through a licensed home health agency. Enter Karen. Karen, late 50s, sun hat too big for her ego, walks her yappy little dog like it's a weapon, is the self-proclaimed enforcer of our HOA. Not elected, just decided it was her role. If your grass is a half-inch too high, she'll take photos and email the board. She once complained about my wind chimes being emotionally disruptive. But until recently, she mostly stuck to passive-aggressive emails and porch staring. That all changed when Nurse Angela started visiting me. Angela is a saint. Late 40s, kind eyes, no-nonsense energy. She wears scrubs and always parks in the same visitor spot right in front of my townhouse. Her visits are scheduled and logged with my care provider. Karen noticed Angela's car the first week. The second week, she started leaving nasty notes on her windshield. No soliciting. Residents only. You are being recorded. That sort of thing. Angela showed me the notes. I reassured her it would be fine. It wasn't. Week 3, I was mid-infusion, 4 in my arm, fluids dripping, when I heard shouting outside. Then my front door opened. Angela was being pushed back into the house by Karen, who was waving her phone and yelling, "This woman doesn't belong here. I've seen her casing the neighborhood." Angela, bless her, remained calm and said, "I'm a licensed nurse. I have an appointment here." Karen didn't care. She said I didn't look sick enough to need a nurse and that she was calling the police to report insurance fraud and an unregistered caregiver. I was still hooked up to Infor. Angela called her agency's emergency line and explained the situation. Meanwhile, Karen stood in my living room, recording us, shouting about fraud, trespassing, and fake illnesses. She even tried to rip the visitor parking tag off Angela's lanyard. The cops arrived within 10 minutes. 2 officers entered, took one look at the situation. Me in a recliner, medical bag hanging beside me. 4 clearly in arm, and separated everyone. Angela gave them her license, nurse registration, and care agency documentation. I showed them my official care plan and hospital paperwork. Karen? She had nothing but a phone full of blurry pictures and righteous indignation. The officers didn't hesitate. Karen was arrested on the spot for interfering with medical treatment, entering a residence without permission, and harassment. The officers told her flatly, "You're not a medical professional. You don't decide who gets care." As she was being cuffed, Karen screeched, "But he looks fine. You're all being scammed." Spoiler, I was not fine. That week's infusion kept me out of the ER. Karen was fined, given a restraining order preventing her from approaching my unit, and the HOA board, finally fed up, removed her from all volunteer duties. She's now the subject of a civil suit from the care agency for disrupting a licensed provider on duty. Angela still visits me weekly. The visitor parking sign is now highlighted in bright red. And Karen? She crosses the street anytime she sees Angela's car. Moral of the story: if you don't have a medical license, maybe sit down and shut up before you end up in court.